Do you feel like you're spinning your wheels? Do you feel like you're working and working and working, but really nothing is getting done or you're not making progress? Well, today I want to dig into why everything we learned about productivity, we learned from Laura Ingalls Wilder. That's right. What Little House on the Prairie can teach us about productivity and moving towards our goals in a meaningful way. I want you to jump in. I want you to listen and apply it to whatever area you feel stuck in or want to make progress on. Let's go. The other thing is intentional focus days. I call this the Laura Ingalls method. I've been talking about this for over 20 years. Let's think back to Laura Ingalls and Little House on the Prairie or the pioneer days when all the women got together on one day. One day was bread day. Everybody was baking that day. And then one day was wilting circle, or one day was barn raising. Why did they do it that way? Well, they did it that way because once you have all the tools out and all the things together, you have more flow and you can pound it out when you know what you're working on and you're not distracted with other things. If you're doing laundry at the same time as you're doing bread, at the same time as you're trying to sew, you're not getting a lot of anything done. And so focus days in our world might be that Mondays are for admin and writing and content creation and keeping up with your books. Tuesday might be when you're recording videos or content or outward facing energy. Wednesdays and Fridays might be sales calls or sales chats or whatever that activity looks like. And Thursday might be coaching or serving your clients or whatever. And obviously, that's assuming a full time work week. When you also have a job, then yours is just going to be more compressed. But when you can focus your energy and know what you're working on those days, what happens is this really great multiplier. Your energy exponentially increases because you're going in the same direction and doing the same thing. Task switching and multitasking is like being pecked to death by a chicken. And you could quote me on that. It wouldn't be the first time I said it. It's true. For instance, my kids since 2000, even my 25-year-old will text me on a Tuesday still. And she'll say, "Hey, mama, I know that it's Tuesday, so it's probably an interview day. When you get a chance, can you answer me about something?" Because Tuesdays and Thursdays for years and years were my focus days, not because they were magical, but because that was mom's day out. That's when I took them between 9 and 1 to play with other kids and to do those things. So my kids even knew what my focus days were. I didn't sit down on Tuesdays and wonder what I was going to work on while they were gone. I sat down on Tuesdays and knew, okay, these are interviews today. These are podcast todays. These are phone calls, anything. I don't need toddler noise in the background. I've done that for 20 years. Tuesdays and Thursdays tend to be content days. What's today? Today's Thursday. So I know that on Thursdays, I do makeup, I do hair, and I'm at the microphone, right? Because it's a focus day. Now, your focus days may look different. Follow up Friday mornings is follow up for me. I respond to emails. I send thank you cards. I order baby gifts. Any loose ends from the week. Every Friday morning, my family knows. My mom even knows. Sorry to interrupt follow up Friday, but I know that blah, blah, blah. So that being said, what focus areas are in your business? Don't sit down and say, I have so many things I could work on. No, tell yourself, boss yourself around a little. Tell yourself that Monday is money day. That's the day you reach out for new clients. Tuesday is follow-up day. Wednesday is listen to some training day. You get to decide, but you have to decide. Otherwise, you don't get anything done. You jump in your email and you surf social media and you're reacting. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Anybody ever been there? Yeah. You have to have a focus day and then you have to play games with yourself until you get it done. No Facebook for you until you reach out to 5 people. Yesterday, literally had the conversation with myself. Until you send 5 voice notes out, you cannot have another cup of coffee. Like literally, I say it out loud to myself because somebody's got to coach me. You cannot do that, Carrie, until you do 5 voice notes. But then after I do the 5 voice notes, I'm not tied to the result because I did my part. Then afterwards, I'm like, look at you go. You did it. You did it. Yeah, you know. That's just like you. You're so on top of it like that. Now you can have some coffee. And then it's the best cup of coffee ever because I'm not avoiding what I'm supposed to be doing. And I know what my energy is supposed to be. Let's take it to the comments. What did you find useful? What are some of your intentional focus days going to be? And how do you think this might move you forward in some leaps and bounds? I can't wait to hear. And then while you're here, let's go ahead and watch next. Not celebrating your successes for too long, not getting too comfortable, and why sometimes, even when you're strong, you have to increase your weights. All right, I'll see you there.